The name we carry is just a pale reflection of who we really are, nothing more than a label that helps us find our place in the world. It opens doors and positions us in conversations and documents, but does it really capture the essence hidden between the lines of existence? When someone calls us, we respond out of habit, as if that word alone could sum up who we are. But what if everything that defines us lies beyond the name, like a deep river flowing silently beneath the surface, free from any label? Behind every name and title is a vast field of experiences and emotions that defy simple definitions. Every thought, every memory, and every transformation reveals a new fragment of this undefinable being. A name is merely the key that unlocks a door, but what lies on the other side is a fluid essence, slowly revealed to those who dare to look deeper. And so, the essential question arises: are we only what we answer to, or are we something greater, waiting to be uncovered within the layers of our consciousness? Who are we, really? When we introduce ourselves, we tend to fall back on what feels solid: our jobs, our origins, or perhaps what we do in our free time. But do these descriptions truly capture who we are? They act as frames that outline only a partial picture, a fragment of our identity. As the roles we play shift over time, something within us remains constant, like the quiet essence of a flame that never goes out, even when the wind changes its direction. True identity isn't tied to titles or external circumstances. There's a steady presence within us, something unchanging, no matter what goes on around us. This silent self follows us through every phase of life, reminding us that even in times of uncertainty, we have a solid center to return to. Like a guiding star in the vastness of space, this inner essence keeps us grounded, even when the chaos outside tries to scatter us. So what happens when we stop defining ourselves by what we do and start uncovering who we really are? Challenges and true identity. The challenges we face often make us question who we are, but do they really define our essence? Each obstacle is like a layer that must be peeled away, revealing something more pure and authentic within. When we shed expectations and temporary setbacks, we discover an unchanging core, untouched by life's storms. Like peeling an onion to uncover its heart, we are invited to explore what remains after every illusion has fallen away. Facing adversity is like a call to look beyond appearances and understand who we are without the masks. Life challenges us to see that difficulties don't reflect our identity, they're merely passing experiences. Instead of getting lost in the shadows of our problems, we can use them as mirrors, reflecting what is real and what is fleeting. What if each challenge were simply an opportunity to remember who we've always been, long before circumstances tried to define us? Anxiety and overthinking. The mind, with its constant need to analyze, can easily trap us in cycles of anxiety and repetitive thoughts. But you are not that restless mind. Anxiety is like a passing storm, temporary, while the quiet, serene blue sky is always there behind the clouds. Within each of us, there's a silent observer, a constant presence that witnesses life's ups and downs without being swept away by them. This observer is the essence of who you are, untouched by the waves of thought that come and go. Learning to distinguish between the relentless flow of thoughts and the self that observes them is like finding an inner sanctuary. When you sink into the calm waters of observation, you realize that thoughts can arise and fade without defining who you are. Just as the ocean isn't defined by the tides, you don't have to define yourself by mental restlessness. What happens when we start paying more attention to the silence between thoughts than to the constant noise around us? The duality of the self. We live in two worlds at once, the world of experience and the awareness of that experience. In every moment, there's a part of us that feels, reacts, and engages with life, while another part simply observes, in silence. This duality is a dance between action and perception, where the true self resides in the clarity of observing without judgment. When we can recognize this separation, even in the most difficult moments, we come closer to real inner freedom. Awareness becomes a lighthouse guiding us through the storm, reminding us that we are not the pain, we are the one witnessing it. The beauty of this duality lies in discovering that we can actively engage with life without getting lost in it. Consciousness is the space where all experiences unfold, but it isn't limited by any of them. Imagine yourself as both the turbulent river and the calm riverbank watching it flow. During challenging times, when you connect with that inner shore, you find strength and perspective. So, what do we discover when we start experiencing life fully without letting it define who we are? Connecting with the true self. Consciousness is the invisible thread that weaves together all experiences and emotions, but it isn't tied to any of them. Being conscious is more than just noticing what happens around you, it's recognizing that, at your core, you are the space where it all unfolds. Stories from the past may try to trap you in labels and limitations, but connecting with the true self dissolves those chains. Like a bird flying beyond the horizon, your essence is always ready to go beyond the narratives you've told yourself. When you stop identifying with the roles life assigns you, you unlock a deeper freedom. This freedom doesn't mean the absence of experience, it's the ability to live fully without being defined by what happens. The true self is like the wind, free, invisible, yet always present. And when you choose to live from that place of awareness, the limitations of the past become nothing more than distant shadows. So, what happens when you stop following the script of your past and begin writing a new story from the present? The illusion of control and the art of letting go. We spend much of our lives believing we have complete control over everything around us, but this belief can quickly become a source of frustration and suffering. Trying to control every aspect of life is like holding water in your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it slips away. True freedom comes when we allow ourselves to let go, embracing life's natural flow. Letting go isn't giving up, it's a conscious choice to trust in the invisible wisdom guiding all things, even when we don't understand the path. The art of surrender takes courage. It means releasing expectations and embracing the unknown with faith and trust. Just as a river flows in harmony with the current instead of resisting it, we, too, can learn to move with life instead of fighting against it. The paradox is that by releasing the illusion of control, we discover a deeper peace and a greater connection to our essence. What might change if, instead of trying to control everything, you chose to flow with what life presents? Inner strength and resilience. Within every human being lies a well of strength, an untapped energy that reveals itself when we least expect it. This strength doesn't depend on external circumstances, it's part of your essence, always present, just waiting to be recognized. Just as a seed carries within it the potential for a mighty tree, human resilience shows itself when we allow our inner strength to bloom. The storm may be fierce, but it only stirs what was quietly present all along. Resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties, it's the ability to rise with clarity and wisdom after each fall. There is transformative power in realizing that strength isn't something you need to earn, it's already within you. Every challenge is an opportunity to tap into that strength, like a hidden bridge leading you to a more conscious version of yourself. What if true strength isn't the absence of weakness but the decision to rise, even when everything feels lost? Rewriting your life story. Every moment is a new chance to rewrite the story you tell yourself. We often get stuck in beliefs or circumstances that seem unchangeable, but the truth is, reality is malleable, it's just waiting for a shift in perspective. Just as an artist can rework a piece until it becomes something meaningful, you have the power to reshape your story, and with it, how you respond to life's challenges. It's not about denying the past but recognizing that it's just one chapter, not the entire book. As you rewrite your narrative, you begin to see that inner strength isn't shaped by circumstances but by conscious choice. Just like the sun continues to shine behind the clouds, your ability to overcome challenges is always there, even in the darkest moments. With every step forward in this new awareness, your reality shifts, revealing new possibilities. So, what changes when you decide to be the author of your story instead of just a character lost in the pages of the past? The practice of self-awareness. Self-awareness is like coming home, to an inner place where there are no masks or expectations. It's a state of simply being, without the need for labels or explanations. When you observe your experiences without identifying with them, you discover that it's possible to live fully without being confined by circumstances. Just as a lake reflects the landscape around it without becoming part of it, you can witness each moment without losing touch with your essence. This practice is a journey back to your authentic self, the pure awareness that exists beyond mental noise. Every experience becomes an opportunity for contemplation rather than a trap. By allowing moments to flow without resistance, you free yourself from the need to control everything and find peace in simple observation. What if, instead of trying to change the world around you, you began cultivating a quiet space within yourself? Every word, every experience, and every thought shared along this journey is an invitation to look beyond the surface and connect with something deeper within you. Now that we've walked this path together, it's time to turn reflection into action. True wisdom isn't just about intellectual understanding, it's about applying that knowledge in your everyday life. What if this moment became a turning point? What happens when you allow yourself to be more than the stories you've told about yourself? If this message resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Let your voice be heard and inspire others to question their own narratives. It's not just about what we've learned today, it's about what we do with that knowledge moving forward. Are you ready to take the next step? Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to continue exploring these truths and deepening this journey together.